James Bond, not...
James Bond.
James Bond, not James Bond. Aaron Taylor-Johnson, not Aaron Taylor-Johnson.
Dune Sandworm cast as James Bond.
Dune Popcorn Bucket cast as James Bond.
Lisanne Al-Giab, James Bond.
Zendaya cast as Bond.
Green Slimer Ghost cast as James Bond. Slimer barely even know her Bond.
8 pictures of James Bond you won't believe, especially this last one. Barbara Broccoli caught looking at pornographic images of James Bond.
Barbara Broccoli outed as pervert.
You get done for slander. What you got, a pervert?
But he isn't James Bond.
It's a shame.
After our whole... We thought he couldn't be a better choice, could he? And then... Nope, it was the sun. Classic.
Too good to be true.
Too good to be
We
true.
flew too close to the sun.
Just like Icarus.
Like Richard Madden, who is not Bond. Richard Madden, also not Bond.
Barry Keoghan cast as Weird Bond.
Bookie's favourite, no one, cast as Bond. James Bond, dead forever.
James Bond is really dead.
James Bond, cash cow, milked dry.
Barbara Broccoli hates James Bond.
Here are the top 10 reasons why you too should hate James Bond. James Bond cast as Daniel Craig again.
What does that even mean?
Exterminate.
Have you seen the clip of what's Eccleston? Christopher Eccleston as Doctor Who, and the Daleks like there's a bit in his 10 episodes that he has, and the Daleks like, we only destroy, and he's like, well then kill yourself to the Dalek.
That's great. Is that not edited at all? Really?
Let me find that immediately.
Brilliant script. I like watching the seductive Dalek videos as well. I'm sure you've seen them.
Relaxation for humans. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Now exhale through your mouth. Kill yourself. Rid the universe of your filth. Why don't you just kill yourself?
It's so random. Kill yourself. Why don't you just die?
Dear me, the amount of Reddit pages that must have been posted on. Why won't you just die?
Hello and welcome to Movie On Up podcast with your hosts, me, Alfie Walker.
And me, Adam Barlow. Today, we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, baby.
We have spent the past day doing a bit of a Ghostbusters recap. Last night, me and Adam both watched the original. Then Adam went on to watch number 2 this morning. I watched Afterlife, so the third one. And then we both went to the cinema a couple of hours, well, less than an hour ago, I guess, and watched Frozen Empire. And we're going to do some non-spoiler first, and then we'll get on to our actual thoughts and a bit more in-depth. But go on, start for it. We're going for it straight away?
I suppose so. Should we lay the groundwork, just say what our opinions are of the franchise?
Yeah,
on the
okay.
whole?
Okay.
So we've spoken a little bit about Ghostbusters in previous episodes, but we're both pretty big fans of it. We've got a soft spot for it, I think. There's something about those 80s franchises that just seems so integral to pop culture now. I mean, you can point out like Star Wars, Back to the Future, you know, there's so many. But I think for me, Ghostbusters, along with Star Wars obviously, for some reason is just that tier above.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is particularly, because the first one, having watched it again last night, it's not a perfect film by any stretch.
Dated massively, isn't it? Yeah.
It feels awkward at points as well, especially Bill Murray trying to flirt with his clients all the time. It's a bit like, okay, mate. someone say he still does that now, but anyway, it's lovely that they've got the old cast back for these new films as well. It's nice that they've got their seal of approval for them, and we sadly lost Ivan Reitman, I think in 2022, wasn't it? The original director, and he helped his son Jason Reitman direct the first sort of requel sequel, Afterlife, in 2021. But yeah, I'm a big fan. I think the first film was probably the best.
Yeah,
I think Afterlife is really good though. I do think it is more than a worthy sequel, and it's a pretty good example of just because you're bringing back a franchise that's been long dormant doesn't mean it can't still be good. Because I think we've all been soured by some dodgy Star Wars films, and
for sure. I think Star Wars is the prime example there.
Yeah.
I think for sure it's the one where you go, right, this has been mishandled. And I mean, we'll get onto the opinions of Frozen Empire in a bit, but yeah, similar to you, Adam, I think. It's just something about the 80s films. Everyone loves them, even if some of them aren't that great. And I think I really love Ghostbusters, the original, but I think you're right in saying it's dated, it's aged. Some of the jokes don't play off. I think it's aged quite badly, even though I still love it.
the effect as well. I think
Yeah,
the Marshmallow Man, very good, right? Stay Puffed, one of the best ghosts in the franchise,
Yeah.
I've got to say. But there's a moment where the Doom Hounds are chasing Rick Moranis' character.
yes, in the
And it
corridor.
is so goofy. It makes me
Yeah,
laugh.
and
I
it,
forget because it's still scary, but you're like, gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah, there's the shot where it is running through the park and it jumps off the bridge and it's really bad. I think they've just got something about them. It's the same as E.T. and I know Jurassic Park's a bit later, but Jurassic Park, Goonies, all of these just 80s things that have a real nostalgia to them. So people love them and will go watch it. We were saying earlier how watching the old ones yesterday and then going to see the new one today makes us want to buy the £200 Lego Ecto one.
Yeah.
And it really does. I've got the small one that costed about 50 quid, but this makes me want to go out and buy the proper one.
I'm so gutted I missed that 50 quid one because that has all the Ghostbusters minifigures.
Yeah, it's got the
great.
4. I wish I'd got the HQ because they did that as well.
Yeah.
But no,
I was too young, and I don't think I'd seen them at that point. It was, what, maybe 5-6 years ago they did that set?
I think longer. I think a lot longer actually.
Goodness.
Because I didn't catch it. I didn't buy it then because back then I didn't really spend mega money on Lego. Because obviously you don't have a job, do you? But if that was released now, that would be a purchase from day one for me.
Oh, damn. I really hope they re-release some stuff, but I think Playmobil might have the rights for it at the moment.
I think they do, yeah.
Or certainly doing figures of the characters anyway. But we hold out hope because I do really want a Ghostbusters set. I will just say as well, I think I'm rubbish at picking favourites, but Ghostbusters characters, I think that... Do you have a favourite Ghostbuster?
For me, in the original, it's Egon, but then we
Same,
only
yeah.
get him in 1 and 2, don't we? And I must say, Bill Murray isn't in this Frozen Empire much, and none of the original are in the Afterlife or Frozen Empire much, but Bill Murray's got something about him, as much as he's had his controversies and stuff like that. There's something about him that makes me go, yeah, that's the Ghostbuster.
he feels familiar and comfortable.
Yeah,
It's like when he comes onto screen, you're like,
there he is,
we're in
maybe
safe
smile.
hands, you know,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But in the original, Egon is my favourite.
I think I agree. I think growing up, because my first encounter with Ghostbusters was probably the Lego Dimensions sets they did. I don't think I got one in the end, but I remember watching walkthroughs of that hub world for the Ghostbusters things, and you could play as all the characters, and I remember just really enjoying literally the sound bites that they make in Lego of Bill Murray's character. But I think Harold Ramis is really missed, although they did such a great job giving him a send-off.
In Afterlife, the send-off is great, That is a really good way. I think that's a perfect example of how to pay tribute and be nostalgic while also being sort of fresh, new, and handing over the reins. I think Star Wars had that problem where it was trying to hand over the reins to John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, Oscar Isaac, but they just were clinging on to the past a little bit too much. Whereas I think Afterlife and Frozen Empire do a really good job in going, no, these are the new Ghostbusters, in the same way those Star Wars sequels should have gone, no, these are the new people you need to follow for this story.
Frozen Empire, yes. Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's go for it. No spoilers for the first sort of 15-20. I think we're going to dart around them and then we'll chat a bit more in detail.
Sure. So we've not really spoken about it since getting the bus home.
We sat in silence on the bus.
just on our phones, kind of. I kept trying to catch my breath and being like, okay, I was going to say something. No, save it for the podcast. I think overall, the first act I absolutely loved. I turned to you, I said, this is great so far. I think the whole opening chase, the whole setup of the villain, all of that stuff. I think this probably features the most amount of Ecto 1 as well.
Yeah.
Which
we were
automatically
saying.
is...
the
that's
sound of
such
it. The sound of it.
I love it. It's so goofy. It's got this weird just...
I don't even know what that
it's
siren
still cool.
is. Yeah.
It's still cool.
So cool.
It shouldn't be because it looks like trash.
It's
but
so ugly and goofy, but that is so cool.
it's the way they screech around. And now they've got all their new tech as well. With the drone, ghost trap and all things like that. It's brilliant. So I thought the first act, really great start. I was like, this is going to be it. Because reviews, by the way, have been quite middling on it from what I've seen. Middling to negative, I would say.
Yeah, I think 4 out of 10, 50 out of 100. Like there's no...
I think it's got the lowest
7,
Rotten Tomatoes
6.
score at the moment as well.
Yeah, it's at 40, I think.
Which is a real shame. I don't think that's the case overall. But yeah, brilliant first act. I think the second act is a lot of fun. I love all the characters. This is the thing. I think it's all the components individually work. Second act I felt went on a little too long because the third act felt
Too
quite
short.
rushed.
Yeah.
So I think my issue with the film was the pacing, but I think all the individual components I enjoyed.
Very similar, if I'm honest. First act, really good. The way they set up the Ecto 1 out the gate with them in the street, the main footage from the trailer is in that opening act, isn't it? That scene of them chasing the ghost. I thought that was great. And then, you turned to me and said, this is good. And honestly, from that moment, I think it dipped. I do think from literally that moment you turned to me...
I jinxed it.
It dipped. And then I think it did pick back up at the ending. The moment the villain arrived, should we say. I think it did pick back up, but totally it was too rushed. I think that middle section felt way too long. That middle section could have been cut down by 20, 30 minutes maybe. Like I really think it was unnecessarily long and it really could have cut it down.
It was an hour and 55 minutes, so taller than Tom Cruise. I think, honestly, I would have liked it to be 15 minutes longer.
Yeah, but add that
15, 20 minutes longer. Why not? I again, though, what happens in the second act, I don't dislike. So they go to the library, do a bit of research, kind of slowly find out this lore. And there's sort of, I suppose, 3 different groups going on. You've got the villain side of things. You've got some people over doing some research in various locations. And then you've got the main team that's like Paul Rudd, Finn Wolfhard, and Carrie Coon, isn't it?
Yeah, Carrie Coon.
They're all, back at HQ or going out on missions using Ecto 1 and things. And there's a lot of moments in the film where you see Ecto 1 leave and screech out, and McKenna Grace is left behind. This is just like a light plot overview, I guess. But basically, they're in trouble, as the Ghostbusters normally are, for causing too much damage. Quite rightfully so, to be fair. They do wreck half of...
Got the
Lower
same
Manhattan.
mayor back as well, haven't they, from the film? Don't know what his name is, sorry. The Peck in the film.
Is it Robert Peck, right?
Yeah. But they... Oh, yeah.
Walter Peck, sorry, by William
Yeah, they've
Atherton.
got him back as the mayor that hates the Ghostbusters. It's stuff like that is great. I'm pretty sure that was the same librarian as well.
I think you're right, yeah.
Because it really hanged on him, didn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's got to be it.
That's not an extra.
Yeah. It's my problem with it mainly is that there's too many casts. Trying to do too much. I think the cast is way too big.
This is the criticism I've seen from other people as well. It's kind of a conclusion we could have made looking at the poster.
Yeah. And I mean, I literally made that joke to
Yeah.
you. Why is there 12 people on the poster?
Yeah, it's too much. It's a shame because they're all good characters. I don't think there's anyone here that deserves to be dropped, but you just have to be harsh with that. You could drop easily. I don't think Finn Wolfhard's character of Trevor has... he's not really contributed much in either of the films, really.
So we have his girlfriend back. I think she could have been dropped.
Celeste O'Connor playing Lucky.
100%.
She didn't need to be there, unfortunately.
As much as I like podcast in Afterlife and this, he did some good bits, but...
I really like him. I'm glad they kept him, but he's not essential for the plot, I understand.
I think Camille Ninjani,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in spoilers, but
No.
I think not a fan of his plot line. Like the Patton Oswalt bit, I get that he's gone, like, they were, like, trying to find some research, so they go to Patton Oswalt to find out some more stuff, and he becomes a quite big character for 15 minutes, and I feel like Dan Aykroyd could have just done that himself. He could have had
or James
the knowledge.
Acaster's character, you know?
Yeah, I think there's too many characters, too many things going on. We'll talk about it in a moment.
Kind of treading on their toes as well.
For sure. And I think that's what makes that middle section really drag out, is that there's just so much going on, all kind of doing the same thing. Like they're researching and...
There's a lot of similar shots as well.
Yeah.
Again, they're trying to set up the villain for being ominous and threatening, which he is. Basically like the frozen... The guy that's trying to bring a frozen empire. That's the whole title link. And but then you actually think he's probably in it for 10, 15 minutes at the end. It's too much setup, really, for a villain that is ultimately quite quickly disposed of.
Marvel-y, isn't it, almost?
Yeah.
The big villain dies in 5 minutes kind of thing. But...
Yeah. I think they were very, very close to making this a great Ghostbusters film, and that's what slightly hurts me a little bit.
I think it could have been on par, because Afterlife is great, and the reviews shine on Afterlife. Afterlife has 8 out of 10, stuff like that, and I think this is very close to being that good. I think it's
again,
so
like I said,
close.
it might have maybe my favourite first act of any Ghostbusters film. I really think that first bit, like I'd love to go just to watch that whole sort of the first 30 minutes. I loved them living in the firehouse. I thought it was a great dynamic. Seeing Paul Rudd just cooking in the kitchen, I was like, this is great. I love Paul Rudd. I think he's obviously in a lot quite at the moment with Marvel and things like that. And he is basically, he's almost just playing Scott Lang in this film.
Yeah, he really.
It's kind of
is.
great. Like he works. So he's very charismatic.
Fits
so
it, yeah, the goofy nature of him that he plays in Ant-Man really does fit in here.
yeah.
I would. The advert's great in that after their whole opening scene, and then they cut to the TV news report with the clips of the original Ghostbusters and the new Ghostbusters, and it's basically a little catch up for if you didn't watch the last film, isn't it? But there's some really. I think you're right. I think the opening act is great because it's what you want. Because in the original Ghostbusters, they can't do that out the gate because they have to set up. Number 2 doesn't have anything spectacular like that. And then Afterlife, they have to reintroduce the whole world again. So this has the benefit of just being able to go, right, they're Ghostbusters, starting off out the gate of them chasing ghosts down the middle of New York. It's great.
I worry that maybe the issues they've run into is, for a bit of background, in interviews and things, they've said, Gil Kenan, the director, has said that he tried to make this film like a live-action version of the real Ghostbusters animated series, right, that they had. Have you watched any of that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is it any good?
I mean, I haven't watched any recently. I watched it when I was younger, but yeah, I remember watching it and being a fan of it, kind of thing. Having it on video, Adam. Yeah. I'm that old. I had a
on DVD.
I had a video.
VHS.
Yeah.
Lovely. I kind of want to go back and watch it because that sounds like a cool premise.
It's fun. Yeah.
And having played that game, I don't know if I said on the podcast. I think I did, but I bought this game called Ghostbusters. Let me look it up. Hang on. But it basically is quite formulaic. You just go to a location, bust a ghost, get some points for it, and that's about it. And you can play online, but that's kind of it. So I worry that maybe the issue they've run into is by making this film and sort of rushing it and trying to set up this villain so much, it kind of does feel a little bit formulaic. But I think maybe, and I don't want to slander the franchise on the whole, but that might just be an issue with Ghostbusters.
For sure.
Because the way they trap a ghost is get their proton pack out, trap them in the thing, and that's it. Like they almost in the first film they go, they say red light, yellow light. When it's green, it's clean. That's it. It's so it's literally like capturing a rabid dog on the street. That's the whole point. That's the whole comedy bit of it. Is the fact like, okay, you've got these people that are probably going to catch rats. No, they're after ghosts. Like that's the whole.
They're literally in exterminator outfits, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's a rat catcher joke. Yeah.
So I worry that maybe Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. That's the game. Sorry. I worry though that maybe they've just.
The problem is the franchise. Yeah. I mean, the 2 original films are exactly that. They go somewhere, they find the ghosts, they bust them, they run into a bigger problem, they bust them, end of film.
Yeah.
And then even Afterlife is a rehash of the original as much as The Force Awakens is a rehash of A New Hope. I mean, Afterlife especially, because it's the exact same concept of the Keymaster and Gatekeeper kind of thing. I think you're right. I think maybe the problem is, like, where'd you go? It's... They find ghosts, there's a mystery, they unveil it, they bust the ghost, it ends. Like, cue Ray Parker Jr., whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think you're quite right.
It's a shame because it's not like I don't, because I'd love another film after
Yeah,
this.
I would love another film.
I don't want this to, not that the producers are listening to our podcast and be like, oh, right, guys, it's all hanging on this.
I mean, I think box office and
Yeah.
box office and reviews are going to mean we don't get another one, if I'm honest. I think this film sets up TV shows and stuff, unfortunately. I think they could do TV shows. There's so many characters. They could do spin-offs.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's got it in it. It's a good film, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the film, but I don't think it's got it in it.
Oh, I'm depressed now. It's not that, listeners, I really like this
Go
film.
see it. Go
It's
see
fun.
it. It
It's
is
great
fun. It's a good romp. Like,
Absolutely.
should we do spoilers? Let's do it.
Sure. So, this is something that I kind of knew going in, but McKenna Grace's character, Phoebe Spengler, granddaughter of Egon Spengler, original Ghostbuster, makes friends with a girl who died in a house fire and is now a ghost. And it's kind of the first time they sort of speak to a ghost that, well, apart from Egon Spengler in the last film, but a ghost that actually talks, for one.
Not a monster of such.
Yeah. And it opens up a lot of doors, really, because you kind of see how nonchalantly they lock up all these other ghosts, but then they're like, oh, wait, this is a girl and she's talking to us, so maybe we shouldn't do that. But it's like, okay, so you're fine doing it to other things and other
creatures,
but not, okay. So that was a little bit weird, and I just found that plot point was maybe what lost me.
I think that's what you could have cut. My big problems are the ghost, this girl character, the ghost, and Camille Nanjiani's plot line. I think the girl that they speak to, I don't think it accomplishes. I get that there's got to be an emotional angle, and I get that's probably studio execs saying we need an emotional angle, because there's the famous story with the Hobbit films is that Peter Jackson didn't have any love story in it, and then they said, no, we need a love story or you're not releasing it. So then he had to go fit in the whole bit with Evangeline Lilly falling in love with a dwarf in the Hobbit films. Like, that's completely done.
I forgot about that.
Just for the studio execs, because they said they need it. And I feel like this might be the same. I don't think it gives anything. The ghost, it gives an emotional angle, and I get that her name's Phoebe, isn't it? She's like obviously feeling sad and left out, but I think every time that this plot line was on screen, that's when I was like, right, okay, let's move this on, kind of thing.
Yeah. And then apart from that, the whole bit with Dan Aykroyd, anytime he's on screen, he's in it the most. Ray Stantz, he's brilliant. He
hasn't changed either. He looks really similar,
and you can tell he's having so much fun. He loves this sort of stuff. He laps it up, and those are some of the best scenes. So he kind of does. He makes the second act work, even if it is
the
long.
main character in the second act. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This is the issue I think they also had, is even in the credits, I was looking at this, Paul Rudd comes up first, but I wouldn't say he's the protagonist. I think so it goes Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, Finn Wolfhard, then McKenna Grace. Now, bearing in mind, I don't know, I think McKenna Grace was at the top bill of the last film, but it makes sense because she has again got this whole subplot that seems pretty integral to this film. And yet they don't treat her as though she's the protagonist either. And then I said, Dan Aykroyd's in it a lot, but again, he's not the protagonist because he's a legacy character. And then Kumail Nanjiani is almost you could throw him in as being a kind of underdog that learns his whole history. And again, this is the other side of it that didn't work for me. I thought, and you said his character was a bit out of place.
I hated it. That's the one thing, really thing I don't like with the film.
I think Kumail Nanjiani's great. He's a great actor, really funny. I just thought his character
It's so out
felt
of
a
place.
bit too goofy and too convenient.
It feels like the same way I felt when the aliens show up in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Indiana Jones. Like, if I ever got some guy with connections to ancient Asia, or, I don't know what it was, like firebending, I felt it was really out of place. Was not a fan. I thought once he sold that thing,
which is ironic because it's the whole. Like the ghosts, fine, but firebending, no.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
That is how it feels. Yeah,
it? Like I just think it was. That the one thing I wasn't a fan of was Kumail Nanjiani's whole. I hated the way he showed up at the end and
squeaking down the fire pole. Yeah,
and that was so awkward. That broke that moment.
Yeah,
so much.
Paul Rudd makes it funny because of his expressions, but it's Paul Rudd. Like he can make anything funny, but it was really slow, and there's like 3 separate cuts back to it.
They do that joke, don't they? Yeah, where.
And you're kind of watching through gritted teeth out of embarrassment.
I'm not a fan. Yeah, because he slides down the pole and then the lighter doesn't work as well. It's in 2 minutes, and it's like, no, this is too much.
And he's wearing the goofy outfit as well that he just decides to throw on. Yeah, it's like a triple
it is like triple
of...
punch. Yeah, it's like, oh, bad joke.
It is
another bad joke and another bad joke.
It's literally triple cringe.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could cut anything out in this film, it would be him entirely. I just really don't think it works. I think it...
But then it kind of, in a roundabout way, does solve the issue I said a moment ago about it being formulaic. That is a different way to tackle a ghost.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't
think I want that, though. That's the thing.
Right.
I get maybe.
But then if they had just put brass onto their proton packs and that had been enough,
they'd all done that. There was a nice montage scene of them all quickly putting brass in there.
Even then, that would have still been quite anticlimactic. So they do need something, but I just don't know what.
Personally, would have. This is super formulaic because it's the previous films, but I think it needs it. I think the ghosts should have escaped, and then we spent 15 minutes of them chasing them around the city, trying to trap different ghosts in their
great
different
action
teams.
scenes, maybe.
Yeah, so you've got the original Ghostbusters chasing one lot. You've got the new Ghostbusters with Paul Rudd and that facing the Frozen villain guy. Then you've got Podcast and Jay Marcuster off chasing other ghosts. I think that would have worked better than just being in the firehouse. And I get it's iconic, but I think it needed. It's us saying, "Oh, I need action again," but I think it needed just some proper. I want to see the original guys bust ghosts. Like we keep bringing up Star Wars, but the problem with the sequels is that we never once see all three of the original cast, 4 if you include Billy D. Williams, on screen together doing anything, and that's one of the biggest criticisms. And I think this is the same. I want to see, like, they had like Annie Potts back, didn't they, as Janine, and like I think it would have been so cool to see them all out on the street busting ghosts, but you didn't get it. Instead, we got Kumail Nanjiani firebending in a silly outfit. It's just, it falls a little flat.
I think maybe, how would you have fixed it then, would you say? I think that's an interesting discussion to have about the film, because I think, I don't want to nitpick too much, but I think those are basically the issues we had.
Yeah. I'm glad that we've got the same opinions, actually. Like, or similar at least. We both feel that the ghost.
I don't want to like rip it apart because I don't want to. It is fun, and I do like it overall.
Yeah, same. I do like it. I don't, believe me, like, I don't dislike it. I just dislike 2 elements of it. I'd say,
that are quite integral to the plot. But I think it's just a shame that if maybe they tweaked those bits or dropped one of them, it would have been fantastic.
I think you
just missed out.
I think I would have. That opening act was great. I think maybe we should have lingered on that HQ lifestyle they were all living for a little bit longer. I'm fine with the middle section where they have the ancient orb given to them and they discover it and they go to the new HQ when Jay Acaster's in.
James Acaster, I think, is fantastic.
Every
time he's on screen, I was smiling. I love him.
I'm not a big fan of him, but he was great in this. He fits it really well. His jokes land. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's James Acaster enough, but he's not too much.
You know what? He's given me the idea as well for Halloween this year. I know we're only in March, but I might go as James Acaster's character. Get a pair of black spectacles. Get a sort of. He had a black Ghostbusters outfit.
Yeah,
didn't he?
black and red Ghostbusters outfit.
Yeah, man. Oh, I think it'd be fun. That'd be great.
But he's really good in it. That whole middle bit has good stuff in it. But I think, and then I would have just done an end bit where the ghosts do escape, and then they all are in their sort of little groups busting ghosts in the city, stuff like that. I think that's how I'd have ended it. I think the middle bit slowed it down.
Yeah.
It's good though. It is good.
Drop the firebend a bit. I think that between the 2 plot lines, I'd drop the firebend a bit.
Yeah, I would too. If I could drop anything, it would be that.
Yeah. We've not even spoken about how Phoebe literally becomes a ghost for a little bit.
Yeah.
You think? I was
alright with it. Yeah,
it's cool because they have that in the game. That's why I brought that up. You can play. You read a book that they mentioned in the first film. I think in the third film as well. I think like the occult book. I think no, it's Ray's Occult. So what's the book they mentioned? Tobin's Spirit Guide. That's what. Right. So a lot of the game revolves around that book, which Egon name drops in the first film, I think. Or it might be Ray, but one of the.
You're right. They're sat down, aren't they? When Bill Murray's like, "You go do this. You go do this."
Yeah, I'll check this book. Yeah. Tobin Spirit Guide, basically, and I think they almost lean into this. I kind of thought they're going to tie the game in, and that would have been cool. That would have been really sick, actually. And they almost do. It's a very similar vibe, so I'd recommend you play the game. It's not particularly plot heavy at all. It really is like a few cutscenes, a bit of progression. I've not played it for that long, maybe 3-4 hours, but it's quite fun. It's just
a bit of,
it is that just bare bones, fun, chaotic ghost hunting, which is a creative idea in itself. Point is, they find out a bit of lore of the author Tobin, who was basically too involved with supernatural things, and possessed his own book essentially. And in the game, you can sort of jump in through the book, and you go to a ghost world, and that's the sort of pathway where you play as a ghost, and then you can do the whole game from the other perspective.
That's okay.
So I thought the whole point of them having, turning into ghosts and things like that, that worked quite well for me. It is creative. It feels a little, it's very new for the franchise, and I do absolutely admire them for advancing the lore and things like that. I just think maybe it was a bit sudden, and the stakes felt too small for them to do that. Like Phoebe felt a little bit grumpy for a couple of weeks and thought, right, I'm going to do this life-risking thing, which is so reckless. I know she's 15 in this film, but I think had they put them in maybe a more perilous situation, or maybe thrown a few people into a ghost realm or something,
just something.
It would have been mad. I think people would have made some comparisons to Ant-Man Quantumania with Paul Rudd's presence and a lot of CGI stuff, but it could have been cool.
Yeah, I think they tried to do something different, but they chose the wrong thing to focus on. I think, maybe that would have worked, them focusing on the Phoebe's turning into a ghost, and because they do really, really briefly mention it when they first walk into that HQ. She says to Zedderman, like, "Oh, have you done the blah 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 on living people?" So that's obviously what they're hinting at, and then she goes and does it. But yeah, I like it, and like you've said, it's good that they're boosting lore as well. Like, I love when franchises have convoluted lore. But yeah, it would have been maybe nice if they'd focused on that a bit more, and it would have been a bit more key to the story. It felt a bit like a sort of a side thing that they were just to get the villain here, we've got to do this. Whereas it would have been nice maybe to focus on it a bit more. Yeah.
I think overall, I'd give it maybe 6.5 out of 10.
I think I'd give it.
Which feels harsh, but
I'm a real hater of.
I'm such a cop out. I'm IGN. I go for a 7 out of 10 a lot of the time.
I'm a real hater of people doing 0.5s in their reviews. It annoys me, but I'd give
between 6.5, between 6 and 7. I drop it to a 6. I
think I'd do 5.5, 6.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah,
it's good, but it's got some missteps. Yeah.
I think you give them another film, and it's a lot of money, and it's a big bet.
Yeah,
and I don't know if the audience will come back, but I think
half that cast.
They, for some reason, Dan Aykroyd wasn't involved in writing. I think maybe it's because of the first film when he went to Ivan with it. They basically said it was unreleasable, right?
Yeah.
Because he's obviously very passionate about that whole thing, and I think Harold Ramis wrote it as well.
Yeah, so Harold Ramis toned it down, I think. Yeah.
But I think give Dan Aykroyd a bit of control over it, dare I say? Because I think both of them very well directed, but I think the script is the issue.
Yeah, I think it's very well directed, actually. You're quite right. It's very nicely shot.
I like all the designs of everything. It's beautiful locations. There's a lot of daytime scenes, but I think it's cool to see them, the Ecto-1 in full, you can properly appreciate it. And all the action, like when the Possessor, I thought was great. The stuff they do with that. Possessing the car, brilliant. I was like, when he's hopping around at the fire station, I was like, they better put it in the car. The siren came on, lights came red. I was like, perfect, well done.
I'm surprised they did nothing with that ghost in the container. It was a very ugly ghost. I didn't hear its name or anything. It was the Possessor, and there was another ghost.
Oh, the horrible looking one, yeah.
But they didn't do anything with that. Bit weird. Thought that would come out
at
some point.
Yeah.
Maybe
that
smash up.
That looks arguably more horrific than the actual main villain. Yeah, you're right. It sort of slinks into the background, doesn't it?
Yeah, like sort of had half a face. I think that's probably a deleted scene somewhere. There's no way they set that up.
Definitely running around that whole facility.
When she's a ghost or something. Yeah, that's definitely on the drawing board somewhere. Two things briefly were I admire them for doing it. It was a bit weird, but they did a flashback. Really odd for a film like this to do a flashback at the beginning. It works though. I thought it was quite nice. Seeing the fire station in 1904 or whatever. Yeah. It's like quite cool. And then they also did like when Patton Oswalt was explaining the lore, it was like weird stone carvings that move and stuff. That was quite cool. Like a bit different. Didn't expect anything like that, but I did like it.
Loads of great ideas, but two
Too many people,
particularly
too many ideas.
poor ideas.
Yeah. It was nice to see Annie Potts as Janine.
Yeah.
And it's cool seeing her with the costume on, becoming a Ghostbuster after just being a receptionist for 2 films.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this cast. I would have dropped the girl ghost. Finn Wolfhard, I appreciate why he's in the family unit. They just need to give him more stuff to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, keep the main cast. Carrie Coon's got to be in it, obviously. James Acaster, I thought, great addition. Logan Kim, I thought he was lots of fun with Dan Aykroyd's character, so I'd keep him. I don't think you need Walter Peck in it. You could have had anyone there.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't really make sense how he got that position, because I think he was in charge of some environmental protection, the EPA, Environmental
you're right,
Protection
wasn't
Agency.
he?
And now he's the mayor. Okay. Patton Oswalt, always nice to see him in films, but again, someone else should have really had that
Should have
knowledge.
I feel that should have been Dan
Or
Aykroyd.
a book could have had that knowledge.
Dan Aykroyd going through his library and finding a book with all this knowledge in, and he then relays it to everyone rather than driving off the Patton Oswalt. And then,
Kamau and Celeste O'Connor as well. So basically, this cast dropped the last 4. You would have probably been fine.
It's good. We keep saying that. It's like we're trying to trick ourselves. It is fun. It's a good romp. The first act is good. The first act is great. The final act is good. The second act has problems, but highly recommend. So we are going to go on to a little quiz now. Odeon posted a Ghostbusters quiz. I think the questions are pretty easy, but Adam, I think we're going to give it a go. Might be a little test of our Ghostbusters knowledge.
Sure. Okay.
So, first question. What year was the first Ghostbusters released?
1984.
Perfect. Look at you go.
Bang.
Bang.
1 out of 1. I love these Odeon quizzes, by the way. Follow them on Instagram and you'll get one. They do one every Friday for a film or to do with a film franchise that comes out that week. They're lots of fun.
Question 2. Which cast member alongside Harold Ramis was a writing credit?
Dan Aykroyd.
Look at you go. The role of Dr. Peter Venkman was originally written for which actor? Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know that.
Have you got the 4 options?
Yeah, so Steve Martin, John Belushi, or Gene Wilder?
Steve Martin?
John Belushi. I'm surprised they never brought Sigourney Weaver back.
Yeah.
Or
good point.
what's the other guy from Spaceballs?
Rick Moranis?
Rick Moranis. How? I mean, he doesn't act anymore, does he? But I'm really shocked they didn't get Sigourney Weaver because she's in films again now. And I'm surprised they didn't try to get Rick Moranis back.
He's so goofy in the first 2 films. Like, he's almost not funny, but
Much, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he's just the same in every film, isn't he? As well, it's Honey I Shrunk Kids, Spaceballs. Like they're all. It's just a bit much. Question 4: Who wrote the main theme song Ghostbusters?
Ray Parker Jr.
So the options are Ray Charles, Ray Parker Jr., or Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, Ray Parker Jr. When they play at the end of the film, it's good. Question 5: Who is the man in the oil painting and the main antagonist of Ghostbusters 2?
Vigo. I don't know the rest of his name.
Vigo, yeah, they've just put Vigo here. 6: What is the name of Dana's baby?
Oscar. Yeah.
Theodore Mickey. Oscar,
Yep.
there we go. Number 7: How many years after Ghostbusters 2 is Ghostbusters Afterlife set? The answers here are 25, 32, 36.
I'm doing a journalism
What's
degree,
number 2,
not a...
sorry? 80, is it 86?
89.
89.
So it'll be
31.
32, 33, 32.
Oh, yeah, 32, because then it's, 2020. Yeah, we got that in the end. Question 8. Which Ghostbuster materializes a fully formed Class 4 torso apparition at the end of the film?
That is Egon Spengler.
Yeah. I think that's a great tribute to him. And they got the family's approval and stuff, and I think it's really good. The way they don't let him talk, because they're just like, nah, let's just do... That's good.
Yeah.
Question 10. They've missed question 9.
Oh, okay.
What do they need to save the world from? I presume that's in this one.
What are the options they've given you?
A deadly plague, a second ice age, a major earthquake.
Oh, second ice age. So we got all of them
You
right.
got all of them right, mate. Well done.
Eventually.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Ghostbusters knowledge.
I think I will go and watch it again because there's not much coming out
True.
in the next month, I don't think, that I'm that
Is
interested
there
in.
really not anything else coming out?
Kung Fu Panda 4 next week.
No thanks. Not a fan of that.
I think Kong and Godzilla, that thing's coming out.
Yeah, okay. This might make a bit of money then. If there's nothing else on at the cinema,
Yeah.
you see Ghostbusters, people might turn up.
Yeah.
Like
I hope
people-
so.
yeah,
I really
love to
would
see
like another film,
yeah.
but it's just like the whole aesthetic of it. I like seeing the posters. I like the vibe of it. It's not as big as Star Wars. It's not as big as Marvel or anything like that, or any other, any other returning franchise. I don't think it's not.
It's
Put it
barely
this-
a franchise.
I'd say it's better than Indiana Jones 5.
I was quite a big fan of Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah, so was I actually, yeah.
I wouldn't say that. But I think other people might.
Yeah. Oh, it's a difficult one. I really wanted to be buzzing about it, and I'm not quite.
Not as, it's a bit of a
That opening.
It gets you off on the right
act,
foot.
though,
It
I'm like,
really does.
This is fantastic. I
You just
really
need
do
that
mean
energy the whole way through.
Yeah.
The energy you have at the beginning. Just chatting about it again. We ended the review 15 minutes ago. Chatting about the energy at the beginning and the energy at the end when they walk out the HQ
Yeah.
is what you need the whole way through. And I think that is present in the originals, but they struggle. It's
Again, though, I would say it is the issue, and I feel bad saying it because it's so built into the whole franchise, but it is a little bit formulaic because, again, they get their stuff confiscated, which I think happens in all 3 other films. Again, one of them or 2 or multiple of them end up in prison at one point for damage. I'm like, oh, we've done this in every other film, and it's sort of like, okay, well, this is the lull between the second and third act. I know you're going to get your stuff back. I know the mayor of the town's going to be like, okay, we need you back, guys. It's kind of like, okay. So in that case, I think maybe, I love being back in New York. Give us something, maybe take us somewhere, or give us a really bad threat that's going to hang around for a couple films. Like, maybe do a 2-parter. I know there's been a lot of them. I know that would get some slack. Give us a 2-parter.
Yeah, or not
Leave it
kill
on a
the
cliffhanger,
villain.
you know?
Not kill the villain or
Have a plot twist or something. I don't think there was anything really that I didn't see coming. Yeah.
Problem is that this is a bit silly because in 1 and 2, the plot, especially 1, it is like a world-ending villain. It's a crazy demon god lady, but and then Afterlife because it's the same villain. Yeah, I feel like it. I don't know. It's difficult. And now we're on to Kane's Corner.
Good afternoon, Alfie. How you doing?
Not too bad, Michael, thank you. Can I call you Michael, yeah? Or would you prefer Mr. Kane?
Well, you'll be getting the Kane if you keep calling me Michael.
All right, sorry, Mr. Kane.
I should have said this from day one. I always prefer Mikey Mike. Just on a side note, sorry guys, you can cut this out if you want, but I really do like Mike and Ike's. Those American candies. So when I was filming overseas for my famous film, The Italian Job, I went into an Italian supermarket, went to the American section, and bought some Mike and Ike's to be authentic. Because whenever I go abroad, I like to eat foreign foods.
Nice, do you, Michael? Any particular big foreign foods or any sort of cuisines that you really enjoy?
I don't really like big foreign foods. I like them to be mouth-sized.
Are you going to read it?
Sorry, did you just try and imitate my voice?
No, sorry, Mikey.
It sounded a bit like you, scruffy little boy, trying to copy my Sir Michael Caine's voice.
I'm sorry, I should have paid attention to that page you read from your book the other week saying to never do accents. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. It is a lower form of acting.
Speaking of acting, can you read us a page from your book? I need to blow my bloody doors off. Is that what the book's called?
It's actually called I Need to Blow Your Bloody Back Door Out. No, I'm just messing. It's silly Kane is being put back in his box. Okay. Time for a little extract because I know you love it. At the age of 18, along with all the other kids in my gang, I was called up for 2 years of national service. In my case, this meant 2 years as an infantryman in the British Army. If my mother had started to make me into a man when my father went off to fight in the Second World War, and my teenage years of weaving a safe path through the elephant had added street smarts, then the National Service finished the job when it sent me off to fight in the Korean War. Sorry, not the North one. I messed up my bit there. National Service was, at the time, the worst experience of my life. In the warm comfort of hindsight, it was still the worst bloody experience of my life up to that point, and at any time since. But I can also see that it was the most valuable.
Nice one, thank you, Michael. Really interesting.
Did you talk about that ghost film? I love those ghost movies. Did you talk about that movie?
What? Ghostbusters?
Buster makes me feel good. The reason I say that is because my time in the army sounds a lot like the critics' time watching Ghostbusters 2016. The worst time of their life, so they said in the reviews.
Is that the one with only women Ghostbusters?
Yes, I think so. Although, to be honest, I couldn't quite tell.
Where's this going, Michael?
Silly Michael's come out again from his box. I don't know what's going on. Last week, I apologise. Last week I was drunk, and this week I'm being silly. I'm so sorry. I think Adam should be here to keep me in check.
Oh, he's off actually doing an audition for James Bond this week because obviously Aaron Taylor-Johnson didn't get it, so he's off. Did you ever interview for James Bond in the role?
Yeah. What?
What's your favourite James Bond film, Michael?
My favourite James Bond film. That's a very good question. I always like the one where the car does the flip over the river, and it goes. Whew.
I think that's Live and Let Die. I think, but that's with Roger Moore. Did you know Roger Moore? Do you know Roger?
Yeah, he was my best man.
At your wedding? Wow. Which wife was that?
Yeah, they all blend together after a while. You know how it is, you young whippersnapper. Generations of today know absolutely nothing about commitment.
Neither do you, because you only had your wife for 4 years. So,
damn.
You're only married to Patricia for 4 years,
and they were the best 4 years of marriage I've ever had.
I think you divorced, so it can't have been that great. But
no, you're not listening. They were the best 4 years of marriage I've ever had.
Poor Shakira, who you're married to now. That's her name, Michael. That's your wife's name.
I best believe her hips do not lie.
Very good. Wild.
Damn, I feel pumped and psyched and stoked and psyched.
You're going to get the role, the James Bond. Is that where you went, right?
James Bond, yes. So I just had to do a little bit of script reading. They gave me a page from Octopussy, which I smirked at, and the producers didn't like that. They said, "Are you going to treat this property with some respect?" I said, "Yes, but just don't call my film Pussy anything." So,
well, you know Barbara, what she likes. So.
Yeah, lovely producers there, but yeah. Adam Barlow cast as James Bond confirmed.
Barbara Broccoli eats her greens.
Barbara Broccoli married to Mr. Leek.
Barbara Broccoli marries Stilton Soup.
Barbara Broccoli mistaken for small tree. Boom!
Good one to end on there. What are we doing now, mate?
I don't know. Did I miss much when I was doing my interview?
Not much.
Has Michael not done a passage then?
Yeah, sorry, you missed him again.
Oh my gosh!
It's almost like he times this. Maybe he doesn't like you, and he just comes in when you're not here.
I don't think that's the case.
He often laments your passing, not passing, you're dead. He often sort of wishes you were here. He says, "Oh, it's just a shame that I'm here." He wishes you were here, but maybe this next week.
Mr. Kane sounds like a bit of a dick, really, doesn't he?
Yeah, right.
Does he not value your
Just an old man,
presence?
isn't he? They're all like that.
Food for thought, I guess.
He did say he enjoyed playing Slimer in Frozen Empire, though. So,
He played Slimer. Wow,
yeah,
wow.
he did. He played Slimer in Frozen Empire.
That's great. Had him in a mocap suit, did they? Anyway, shall we move on?
Let's wrap this up.
A-list star in our impressions repertoire.
Very nice, Adam. Who are we adding this week? We're going to add
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Nice.
Paul Rudd.
Okay. Oh my God, I finally made the list.
Oh my gosh. Please, for the love of all that's holy, run us through the list because I can't remember it.
At the very top, we have Richard E. Grant, unbeatable in my eyes. We then have Peter Serafinowicz as Michael Caine. Then real Michael Caine. Brian Butterfield. Christopher Nolan. Emma Stone. Timothy Chalamet. RDJ. Fat Austin Butler from Elvis. Ayo Edebiri. Peter Serafinowicz as a normal man. Christopher Walken. Dakota Johnson. And then about 7 rungs further down, we've got Jonathan Ross. So, where are we putting Paul Rudd?
We will post this, by the way, listeners, before this episode comes out, so you'll have a bit of context. But I think
Where is
Paul Rudd, I really do rate, to be fair.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
I mean, he's in Friends. He's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's in Living With Yourself on Netflix, which is a show I watched in lockdown and absolutely adored.
I'm thinking maybe around where Emma Stone is.
Sure, I prefer him to Christopher Nolan, I think.
Okay.
I think Nolan's probably the better director of the two. But
Okay, yeah, that's fair
then
enough.
I think Paul Rudd probably has better comedic chops.
Once again, yeah, I think Paul Rudd could direct Inception, but Christopher Nolan definitely couldn't play Scott Lang, so
Christopher Nolan definitely couldn't play Mike in Friends.
let's put him above Christopher Nolan, which is just below Brian Butterfield. There we go. Who else we pop?
Yeah, I think in notoriety, on that scale alone, I think that makes sense.
Definitely.
And then next, shall we rank... I really want to put James Acaster in there, Matt.
Just because you can do an impression. I mean, that is the point of the game, that we're meant
Yeah.
to be able to do an impression of them.
Yeah, what do you mean just because? Exactly that reason, yes.
Where are we putting James Acaster?
Can you say his name properly?
Sorry, I don't know.
I don't think you've done it once.
In this whole podcast.
James.
James J. Acaster. Just every time I say his name, it's a
Acaster.
different version.
James Acaster.
So I'm not a big fan, but in this film, he
Tell
was
me why.
very good.
Tell me why you're not a big fan.
I just don't find it funny. I just don't find it.
Well,
don't find it funny.
That's
But
that's
in this
telling, isn't it,
film,
listeners?
yeah, right. He's popular, famous comedian. I'm not. There we go. But in this film, I think he was very good.
Okay, would you like to rank his character then? Lars.
Okay, we could. Is that the name? Yeah, I don't have a clue what his name was in this film. Lars, right?
Well, I think for me, this is difficult because it is obviously the whole point is it's nonsensical. We've got Michael Caine as no. I don't want to put him above Timothy Chalamet, but
We could put him.
I do really like James Acaster. I think he growing up. I've been told so many times that I look like him, sound like him, act like him. I'm like, all right, mate. I'm not James Acaster.
And I just said I don't like him.
Yeah, this is the last episode, guys.
I would put him. Let's put him on the exact same level as Robert Downey Jr. Oscar winner Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I think give James a couple of years and he'll probably be Oscar worthy as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Sure.
Why don't we rank we all love the Ghostbusters, don't we? The original cast. Why don't we put one of those on? Let's put Slimer on
Absolutely. The main
the main Ghostbuster
protagonist of the first film, of course. I think he's got bad manners. He eats a lot. He just sort of burps and goes like,
Really good impression. Wow.
yeah, well, that's why he's on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
There's someone there we definitely can't impersonate, but yeah.
Let's-
He's just snuffling away in this film under a pile of crisp packets and Oreos and stuff.
We could pop Slimer in the trash can off to the side where he
yeah,
belongs.
Right next to that Muppet.
Grouch.
Grouch, yeah.
Oscar
Put them
the Grouch.
together.
Yeah, okay. So we'll put a little trash can.
But we
aside.
could move Jonathan Ross over to the trash can.
We are doing that immediately. That's where the three of them live. Slimer, Oscar the Grouch, and Jonathan Ross all live in a skip together. Oh. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Right.
That's great. Last thing to do on this episode, Remember the cabinet of curiosities?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yep, I remember.
We're going to call it, for this week only, it's going to be called Ray's Cabinet of Curiosities Occult.
Very nice.
To be Ghostbusters themed.
Or shortened down, Ray's Cock Occult.
Yes. So basically, the Odeon were giving away, if you book for opening weekend, which we definitely did,
Will we first show it?
badges. Yeah, first showing. The thing, before you were there, they didn't even have the shutters open.
Wow.
We were waiting there, getting drinks and stuff. Mental.
It's pretty empty, I'm not going to lie.
Okay,
So he's opening his pin badge. I've already opened mine at home, I won't lie.
which pin badge did you get?
I got the Ecto one, Adam.
I'm jealous. I do hope I get the Ecto one. Okay, I've got Slimer. who
Right,
on-
that's the one that I was like, right, Slimer or Ecto one. So
It looks disgusting, doesn't
got
it?
Jonathan Ross on pin badge. Well,
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I meant Jonathan Ross, listeners. That's a good one. I like that one. I really want the emblem or the car, but I don't think I'm going to get that. But we'll see. Opening up number 2 because Guy, my brother, gave me his. Oh, I've messed it up. I've cut it wrong.
got Slimer.
And now we're opening up our second blind bag. I'm feeling it now. I wonder what we've got inside.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I've actually messed it up. I can't. Oh. The firehouse.
Nice.
Okay.
Interesting.
Bit of a weird badge, isn't
Yeah,
it? It's just
right.
sort of a building.
Have this old building.
Okay, I'll take that. That's all right.
Oh, nice.
I'd
Oh,
love
it's
the
quite-
emblem. I think the
quite
frozen
well done.
emblem's the best one. Very cute.
Yeah. What are the other ones available? I got the Ecto one. You got Slimer and the building there.
They had the frozen emblem, and they had one other, and that was.
Yeah, I can't remember what the other one is. Should I have a quick look on ODN?
I do not remember what the other one was. Was it a Ghost Trap or something?
Oh, it's Stay Puffed. Oh, Stay Puffed would have been
yeah,
quite
that'd be
good.
cute. It's the baby one, isn't it?
No, I'm happy with. I'd be happy with Slimer. You've got that. And I'm happy with my Ecto one, but I'm going to gift it to my little brother.
I kind of want to book again, watch the first 20 minutes, then leave. I might do that, actually, listeners. I'll update you next week if I do
The
this.
thing is, you kind of can because we've got Odeon.
Yeah. Go for free, get a couple badges.
No, it's good enough to stay for the whole film. Don't do that. It is good enough to stay for the whole film.
Sorry, no, yeah, this isn't me discredit, but I might book 2 tickets, like one after the other,
And just
go in again,
go in,
grab
yeah.
the badge and leave. If there's
Right.
something strange,
In the neighbourhood.
who are you going to call? Ghostbusters!
Yeah, nice one. Do you remember that blowjob scene in the original Ghostbusters? That was a bit off-piste, isn't it? Where the ghost undoes Ray's pants.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So out of
Yeah,
left
man.
field and
Wow.
so kind of dodgy.
Yeah.
Never do that these days, would they? Woke Brigade.
No. They're scared. They are scared of it.
Scared
Although
of
they do
blowjobs.
talk about sex dungeons in the new one. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Bit of a messy episode, but if you want to get in touch with the show, tell us your thoughts on Ghostbusters.
Yeah, do go see it. We slagged it off a bit much, I think. It is genuinely a good, fun film. It's just got its odd problems. But then what movie these days doesn't have problems, Adam?
So true. June Part 2. Apparently.
Yeah,
That's
there you go.
flawless. Flawless.
There we
Best
go.
film of all time.
Yeah, literally. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok Instagram at Movie On Up Pod
Yes.
and TikTok at Movie On Up.
And you can email.
Lovely.
I liked Ghostbusters more than this podcast. That's what you're going to email in. You can do that by going to moveonuppod@gmail.com.
Lovely. Give us some thoughts, ask some questions. We've got a episode coming next week on Friday as usual. I'm not too sure what we're doing it on next week. Do you know,
It's a
Adam?
surprise for you and I.
Oh, well, it'll be good to talk about them, won't it? Lovely.
We'll have to pre-record because you're going away for a little bit.
Just for 1 week, but then I'll be back.
So Kung Fu Panda 4, I know you're all waiting for it. It's going to have to be delayed, I'm afraid, that review.
What a
But
shame.
yeah, hopefully.
Thanks for listening, guys. Like we said, email in your thoughts and
Thanks. See you soon. Thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure. See you in the next episode.